Well, Muad Harizi not going away without a fight, and last week the Democrat continued his battle to get on the primary ballot and challenge incumbent John Larson in the 1st Congressional District. Harizi continues to be the poster boy for the fight against Connecticut's restrictive ballot laws, and he's not backing away from this.
This is us taking on not only the Secretary of State's office, but also the governor's office, and now Mr. Larson himself has intervened with his lawyers. They have a ton of resources at their disposal. We believe we have the facts, and we hope that justice will prevail and that the judge will see that it's not anything that we did wrong to get on the ballot. It's the fact that there's never been a primary in this entire state against a sitting U.S. House member because these laws are designed to suppress candidates.
Cerulli, we finally get to take a little whack at the Democrats here on Cal Report this morning.
Boy.
So what do you think about this one?
Well, I see a lot of college Democrats in the background there, so that's a good thing. And I do agree with Muad that it's way too hard to get on a primary ballot in the state of Connecticut. So not sure if his argument's going to work and get him on in 22, but certainly going forward. Maybe, John, we have a jungle primary in the future, something like that.
Yeah, well,
get jungle primary in here, John.
Right, there are two things here. One, can he get on the ballot this year? I think the answer is no. He went to court. He's argued the Secretary of State's office messed up. We now know he should have gone to the Secretary of State's office the minute the ballots were available. That's on him, sadly, and he hasn't admitted that mistake by himself and his own campaign. The other issue is, should we change our ballot access laws? I'm all in for that. Years ago, you could only get on the ballot if you got 15% at the convention. You weren't even able to use signatures. And two Republicans, Jim Campbell, I believe Mark Nielsen, filed a lawsuit. They won. We got the signatures. A lawsuit could change our ballot access laws. Be nice if the legislature did it instead.
But of course, a lot of these politicians don't want the laws changed. They like it the way it is.
And that's why you need the lawsuit, because. You know, I mean, look, we've had national arguments about how easy it is to vote in certain states and, you know, restrictions in places like Georgia. Our voting laws are much stricter in Connecticut than they are in Georgia, and our ballot access laws are much stricter, yet you don't hear anything from our leaders, who are all Democrats, because they're in office and they don't want to make it easier to get kicked out of office.
Outside of Muad, it's crickets from everybody.
Well, I think you see Democrats on the voting side of it, you know, championing ballot access and voting access. I think on the actual ballot access in terms of getting candidates on there, yeah, people need to do better.
Maybe we should have some comment from the Secretary of State's candidates about changing some of these laws. Huh?
Wouldn't that be nice if they actually talked about what their job does?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Next up on Cal Report, is Connecticut a good topic for stand-up comedy? We have unearthed some key evidence that will help answer this question. See what we discover when we get back. Don't go away.